Hello, ladies and gentlemen. How you all doing? Your boy VSW here, welcoming you all back once again to the VSW Nation. Tonight, before Monday Night Raw, I give you my predictions for this Sunday's event, the biggest summer event in all of WWE, SummerSlam, with so far 12 matches. So with all that said, let's just get all right ahead and get up right on to it. First up, we got Alexa Bliss, who will defend the Raw Women's Championship against Ronda Rousey. Now, of course, we all remember that Money in the Bank. Ronda Rousey was close to making Nia Jax tap out, but Alexa Bliss came out, attacked them both, cashed in Money in the Bank, and won the Raw Women's title. And then the Raw after Money in the Bank, Ronda Rousey attacked Alexa Bliss and even Kurt Angle and had herself suspended for 30 days. But then she appeared on Raw again and attacked Alexa and Mickie James again. And Kurt Angle told her that if she was able to obey the rest of the suspension, he'll give her a match with Alexa at SummerSlam. And she was able to do it. So, as promised, Ronda Rousey will now get a shot at Alexa Bliss's Raw Women's title at SummerSlam. I do see Ronda as a champion one day, but I don't think it's going to happen at SummerSlam. So unfortunately, I'm going to say that Alexa Bliss is going to take out the baddest woman on the planet and leave SummerSlam still the Raw Women's Champion. If Ronda Rousey still wins the title, then I'll still be cool. And congratulations to her. But my main prediction, Alexa Bliss to leave SummerSlam still the Raw Women's Champion. Next, we got the phenomenal one, AJ Styles, who will defend the WWE Championship against the Samoan submission machine, Samoa Joe. The contract signing on SmackDown with the general manager Paige, we were going to finally find out who AJ Styles' SummerSlam challenger would be, but then James Ellsworth came out and interrupted and then talked trash about Paige, calling her names like a ghost and barely understanding what she is saying. That's because she is British, you fool. But anyway, how did Paige respond? By firing James Ellsworth from SmackDown, having security carry him to the door, and Paige kicking him on his butt, pushing him out the door. That was funny. I like that. But now James Ellsworth is back on GTS, and he will face Grimm at SummerSlam for if Grimm wins, then heel wife finally gets her rematch for the intergender title. But anyway, back to this. After all that, Samoa Joe came out and just choked AJ Styles out and signed the contract. And then the following week on SmackDown, Samoa Joe talked about AJ Styles and his family. And then last week, AJ Styles responded. Do I see Samoa Joe as WWE champion one day? Absolutely. If he can become NXT champion, he can become WWE champion. It will happen one day. But unfortunately, I'm for now going to say that AJ Styles is going to leave still the WWE champion because he is the phenomenal one, and SmackDown Live is the house that AJ Styles built. So I'm going to say he's going to retain the title. Next, we got Braun Strowman, who will put up his Money in the Bank briefcase against Kevin Owens. For again, if Braun Strowman gets defeated in any way, pinfall, submission, countout, or disqualification, Kevin Owens will become the new Mr. Money in the Bank. Braun Strowman slammed or shoved Kevin Owens off the top of the steel cage, costing himself the match in the process. And then before that, he trapped Kevin Owens in the porta potty and just rammed him down, all covered in blue paint. That was really funny. That was really, really, really great. I love that. But on Raw, Kevin Owens kept stealing Braun Strowman's Money in the Bank briefcase, and if I remember, caused him to get counted out twice, if I remember. But again, it ain't gonna happen. So I'm gonna say that Braun Strowman is going to have Kevin Owens get those hands and leave Money in the Bank still Mr. Money in the Bank, or should I say Mr. Monster in the Bank. Next, we got Dolph Ziggler, who will defend the Intercontinental title against Seth freaking Rollins, the face of Monday Night Raw, the Kingslayer. Again, Dolph Ziggler became the champion after beating Seth Rollins in his Intercontinental title Open Challenge. And since then, he kept winning, and Seth Rollins had his rematch at Extreme Rules in that Iron Man match with Drew McIntyre in Dolph Ziggler's corner. Unfortunately, Dolph Ziggler got the most wins, so he is still the champion. But SummerSlam, Seth Rollins gets another shot to get his Intercontinental Championship back. And I say this time, he may do it. So this time, I'm going to go the other way and say that Seth Rollins is going to leave SummerSlam the new WWE Intercontinental Champion. There's a risk. Next we got, let's say, Cedric Alexander, who will defend the Cruiserweight Championship against Drew Gulak. Not much to say about this one because I haven't caught up into 205 Live lately. I need to get caught up, but now I'm going to say that Cedric Alexander is going to retain the Cruiserweight title. If Drew Gulak wins, then he can officially start making 205 Live better. Next, we got Shinsuke Nakamura, who will defend the United States title against Jeff Hardy. Because last time Jeff Hardy got his rematch, Randy Orton just ruined the whole thing for him. And how Shinsuke Nakamura won the title was horrible. A low blow, Kinshasa win the title just like that. Well, he is a heel, so of course, what I expect. But SummerSlam, Jeff Hardy gets his rematch. I would say Jeff Hardy would win, but who knows? Randy Orton will come out and attack him again because, like Randy Orton says, he is going to take out every superstar that the WWE Universe loves, starting with Jeff Hardy. So with that, I'm going to have to say that Shinsuke Nakamura is going to leave SummerSlam still the United States champion. Next, we got Daniel Bryan versus The Miz, one of my favorite rivalries in WWE history. Not much to say about this one either, so I'm just going to go on ahead and say that Daniel Bryan is going to win this match. What other matches do we got? What else? Oh, we got the Fabulous Princess of Staten Island, Carmella, who will defend the SmackDown Women's title against Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair in the triple threat match. Becky Lynch defeated Carmella on SmackDown to win the chance to face Carmella for the title. And then Charlotte Flair won her match to be added into the match. So now it's a triple threat. And Carmella's title opportunity reign is in jeopardy. As much as I would love to see Becky Lynch as the SmackDown Women's Champion again, as she is the first ever SmackDown Women's Champion, who knows? Carmella may still be money, so I'm going to have to say that Carmella is going to retain. If she doesn't, then my second pick would be Charlotte Flair. But my main pick, Carmella to retain. Next, we got Finn Balor taking on Stephanie McMahon's Raw Constable, Baron Corbin. Baron Corbin gave Finn Balor a playhouse to replace his locker room. Awkward. But Finn Balor beat Baron Corbin the last time they met. So I'm going to say that Finn Balor is probably going to win again. So I'm going to say that Finn Balor is going to win this match. But who knows? It could change and say that Baron Corbin will hit the end of days to Finn Balor and win that match. But for now, I'm going to say that Finn Balor is going to win. Actually, no. I'm going to change my prediction. I'm going to say Baron Corbin is going to win. So my main prediction, Baron Corbin. If Finn Balor wins, then I have made a huge mistake changing my prediction. But for now, I'm changing my mind, Baron Corbin. Next, we got Harper and Rowan, the Bludgeon Brothers, who will defend the SmackDown Tag Team titles against the New Day. The New Day won the tournament to get another shot at these, but New Day, I don't think they stand much of a chance against the Bludgeon Brothers. So, sorry, New Day. I like you, and I love the power of positivity because I want to think nothing but positivity, no negativity, because negativity stinks. Negativity sucks. But unfortunately, I'm going to have to say that Harper and Rowan are going to leave SummerSlam still the SmackDown Tag Team Champions. The match on the kickoff show, Rusev Day and Lana Day going up against Andrade Cien Almas and Zelina Vega. Lana faced Zelina Vega twice on SmackDown and lost thanks to Aiden English. Aiden English is ruining Rusev Day and Lana Day, so he needs to be thrown out of the picture. He needs to be crushed. He needs to be crushed because he's just ruining Rusev and Lana Day. And if he does it again at SummerSlam, he really needs to be crushed. So with that, I'm going to have to say that Andrade Cien Almas and Zelina Vega are going to win this match, even though I want Rusev Day and Lana Day to prevail. But Andrade and Zelina, my pick to win. Any other matches before the main event? I don't think so. So the main event. I think the main event, I could be wrong. Brock Lesnar defending the Universal title against Roman Reigns. On Raw, Brock Lesnar finally showed up, but didn't go into the ring until the end of the night. Because if Paul Heyman hadn't got Brock Lesnar into that ring, he would have been fired, which would have sucked because Paul Heyman's one of the greatest. He's one of the greatest managers and promo cutters of all time in the entire WWE. And it would have really sucked to have him leave the WWE. Brock Lesnar finally showed up, F5'd Kurt Angle, and even attacked Paul Heyman, had his hand in his face. And during the interview, I actually saw a tear coming down Paul Heyman's eye. Man. But again, Brock Lesnar, over 400 days as the Universal Champion, not deserved, because he has been the champion since defeating Goldberg at WrestleMania. So I say he is a bad champion because, again, he's a part-timer. He barely ever shows up on Raw, and he barely ever defends the title. So I say it's time to crown a new Universal Champion. So I say that this time, Roman Reigns will finally get the job done and beat Brock Lesnar to become the new Universal Champion. And the only way I think Brock Lesnar would retain is if Dean Ambrose was to finally return, then attack Roman Reigns, turn heel, and allow Brock Lesnar to retain. To me, that's pretty much the only way Brock Lesnar can retain at SummerSlam. That could happen. But who knows? But for now, I'm going to say Roman Reigns is going to win and finally take the title off of Brock Lesnar. And that about does it for my quick predictions for SummerSlam. And before I end this video, I have learned earlier today that Jim the Anvil Neidhart passed away. And it was really sad to lose another legend. My heart and condolence goes out to Natalia, Bret the Hitman Hart, and the rest of the Hart Foundation, and Jim Neidhart's friends. Thank you, Jim Neidhart, for everything. Thank you for the entertainment, and you will be forever and greatly missed. Rest in peace, Jim the Anvil Neidhart. You may be gone, but your legacy and spirit lives forever, and you will always be a part and member of the Hart Foundation. Thank you again, Jim Neidhart, and rest